Hello everybody, this is Deborah from San Antonio, Texas, and I decided to make this video because I am just tired of hearing this. I don't know if many of you are, maybe y'all can understand where I'm coming from, but when it comes to school supplies, school is already starting. I have 5 kids going into school. I have 6 kids total, 5 going into school. That requires a lot of boxes of pencils I have to buy, notebook paper, binders, backpacks, shoes, all the school uniforms because my kids all wear uniforms. Um, they get everything brand new. And I am talking papers and spirals and folders and those dividers for the binder and pins and those those pencils, those other ones, those mechanical pencils that my daughters use, my oldest ones. Um, Glue and glue sticks and scotch tape and index cards. They want graph paper, they want construction paper, they want expo markers, they want highlighters, um, they want boxes of tissue, they want the Lysol disinfectant wipes, they want markers, they want color pencils, and certain brands. Keep that in mind. They don't want any brand, they want certain brands. It just goes on and on and on. And it's like you buy everything for your kids. And I have done this every single year. But the past 2 years, I said, I went to the school when they were having the meet the teacher. And sure enough, because I had already bought the school supplies 2 years ago, I had bought everything. And then when I went to meet the teacher, oh no, they don't need all that because we had a lot of stuff left over from last year and da 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 da. I was like, so of course that aggravated me. And I kept a lot of the stuff because it was stuff they were still probably gonna need for the next year. Next year comes along, which was last year. Here I go again, refilling only the things that were needed. All to hear what? Same thing. Oh no, we're not gonna need these kind of pencils. We want them to use like the little ones. We don't want them to use regular number 2 pencils. We want them to use those other fat pencils. And it has to be specifically that. Are you paying for it? No, I am. And you're being like, oh, requirements. Come on. You require, it's a requirement that they take these kind of pencils and this kind of pens and this kind of glue. And no, we don't want the cheap glue. It has to be Elmer's glue. It has to be Elmer's glue sticks. And they want the best. But then you take the stuff to the school to meet the teacher, and what do they have? They have boxes there, or the teacher's just waiting for you to walk in to take all the supplies away. Why? Because, oh, is that we have to share it with all the other students because a lot of parents don't buy their kids stuff. It's not for it to sound mean, but I mean it's just being honest. I have 5 kids in school. I have to buy a lot of school supplies, and I am not rich, obviously. Um, why do I have to buy all this stuff for my kids and go way out of my way and then for them to take everything away from my kids, and then my kids are still coming home and telling me I need paper, I need pencils because the teacher won't give me any because that only has to stay in school. I paid for it, but they have to keep it in school. Come on. Now this year, of course, I'm getting my other daughters because they're going to middle school. I'm thinking, okay, because last year my other daughter went to 6th grade and she got to keep all her school supplies. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy you everything you want because she's gonna use it. It's not gonna be given out to everybody. Not to sound bad, right? But I mean, honesty, it's not like everybody buys the best brands to spread out to all the kids. I mean, just keeping it real. So I bought everything like that for my daughter and my other daughter this year. I was like, oh, okay, well then since your older sister got to do that, I'm gonna buy her everything good and I'm gonna buy you everything good. Everything's fine so far. Come to think, here I go again. One of my kids is going to one middle school. The other one is going to a different middle school. That's because one of them wanted to be part of a magnet. The other one rather just stay at the home middle school. So the other one's going to be obviously just 2 blocks away from home. Come to find out that the one that's 2 blocks away from home, oh yes, they take away everybody's stuff. I was like, what? Come on. I mean, I understand other people don't do that, but that's why they keep doing it. Because y'all are making us parents that are responsible for our kids, as many as I have, buy them all that stuff just so you can come and take it away and tell me, oh, they can't have it because it's school property. I paid for it. How is that school property? Hello. I mean, you didn't come and work for me. You didn't come and help me get it. You did not go shopping with me. You did not have to go pushing and then stand in real long lines just to get all that stuff. And then you want to call it school property. You got a problem. Um, and now here I am again. Same thing. All I want is for it to be like things were back then. Every student or every parent, in another way, words, would buy the stuff for their own kids. What you buy their kids is what your kids use. I mean, if other kids don't have school supplies and they never took a backpack, they never take uniforms, they never take school supplies, I'm sorry for those parents that they cannot go out of their way to buy them own kids school supplies. But there's even fairs that give away backpacks. They give away kids shoes, free haircuts. They give kids school supplies. I don't attend those because I prefer someone else that doesn't have it all ready to go. So why am I going to buy everything for my kids and then go and get what's free? No, I don't do that. I'm letting other people take advantage that really do need it because obviously I don't. You know what I mean? I prefer to buy it for my own kids because I want it's like integrity. I struggle and everything, yeah, but you know what, kids, I got it for you. If I really have to go to a school, a fair, or somewhere out there and get a free backpack and get free school supplies, I've done it before when I really needed it. I have done it before, and I appreciate it so much. But not because I've done it before doesn't mean I'm gonna keep doing it every single year and keep it as a habit and oh, I'll just go get free school supplies. No, but there's people that you can at least attend that if you don't have the money, fine. Go get the free school supplies. Go get the stuff. Go to the fairs. I mean, other people done it. I did it before too when I had to go. I mean, all I want is just for my kids to be able to use their school supplies that they need for school. I mean, why do I have to buy my kids at the beginning of the school year, each one, 4 boxes of number two pencils? Come on. 4 boxes of number two pencils with 20 pencils inside each box. That's 80 pencils. And then come in January, there they start sending you a letter again. Oh, we need extra pencils. If you could send your kid another box or two of pencils. How did my child just go through 80 pencils? I mean, come on. August to December. And that's that they have like a day off in September. They have what? I think they have a whole week in November. And then they have 2 weeks off in December for Christmas vacation. And they went through 80 pencils. Come on. It's just aggravating. It's aggravating. And it's aggravating to me because me as a mother, I would buy my kids Crayola pencils, coloring pencils and colored pencils and markers, Crayola. I don't appreciate it if I am buying Crayola for my kids, and I know it's something that looks little, but it's something big for me because I've been there, I've done that, and I go out of my way. And then for the teachers to have my kids do art pictures, and those pictures come back in a different kind of crayon, and trust me, you could tell. Like I've seen those pictures, and I am like, you did not use Crayola on those. And oh no, is that we make all the kids share the crayons, and then at the end of the school year, they're giving my kids, oh, these are the colors that they ended up bringing at the beginning of the school year. So since we still have them left over, they can go ahead and take them home. And what do they give her? Some cheap waxy crayons that melt in your truck because that's how cheap they are. It's like, come on. I mean, I understand, I know, but just to stop all this madness from people complaining. And I'm not the only one because there's a lot of people complaining about stuff like this. But teachers don't know, schools don't know. It's just a district. They don't care. But we're the ones shelling out that money for our kids and having it to be shared all over the campus. And for what? I mean, I'm the one that doesn't feel like I'm being appreciated. And at the end of the day, we're the ones that they say, oh, you have public school. Yes, we do. But don't they also charge us from our property taxes for those public schools? I mean, come on. I just don't get it, and I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it at all. I prefer for things to be like back then. Everyone buys their own kids their stuff. Whatever you buy your kid, that's what your kid uses. That's what your kid's gonna have throughout the school year. You don't. I don't believe that you need to buy everything at the same time at the beginning of the year because if you buy your kid a box of pencils and one pen or two mechanical pencils at the beginning of the school year, they can use it. If they need a new one by October, you can go buy them a new one. They don't have to have four boxes by September, by August when they start school. They don't. I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad. I mean, I've even seen my daughter, like, she came home last year, and, well, even my son, they came home and they were using these pencils. And I was like, why are you using that pencil? What happened to your pencils? He goes, well, we can't. We have to use whatever the teacher gives us. And I was like, whatever the teacher gives you? They go, yeah. I was like, it's 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 ugly. I mean, my son had a pencil with some other kid's name on it. My daughter had a pencil with some other kid's name on it, and my other daughter had a pencil with some other kid's name on it. I was like, obviously, those parents were thinking the same thing. They're labeling their kids pencil by pencil because obviously they want their child to use it, not my kids, everybody else's. And I perfectly understand because I feel exactly the same way. So I just don't understand why the district doesn't understand this. And yes, my kids do attend San Antonio Independent School District, might I add. Um, I just think it's not fair at all. And then they want all these backpacks because, oh, they must be clear, they must be mesh. Well, that's mainly for high school and middle school. They must be. It's for security reasons. It's for this. It's for that. Please. Security reasons? You're telling me security reasons? Come on. You go to the school office one day during the day, any given day. You will see how the kids are dressed up and walking. They ain't gonna tell me it's about security reasons when I know what's been going on. Especially since I have one of my daughters had her cell phone stolen at school twice in 2 weeks. So security reasons, no. And all they say is we're not responsible. Fine, you're not responsible. I just figured my daughter had a cell phone since she's going to a magnet school, which is another school. And then when the bus drops her off at the home school, of course she can call me because she can't go into that home school no more. It's already closed by 5 o'clock. She has to call me to go pick her up. And I don't want her to be just there alone in case I'm doing something or whatever. I mean, you never know what could happen in 5 minutes. You never know. People might think I exaggerate, but I believe that there's other people that will agree. Anything can happen in 5 minutes. And I'm just one of them that prefer to understand anything can happen in 5 minutes. And that's the reason I had my daughter with her phone. But like the school said, they don't need a cell phone in school. How about when they leave the campus and the bus drops them off? They don't stay there to babysit. Of course not. And then you never even know when the bus is going to arrive. And I say this from experience from all last year. That bus would drop off my daughter at 4:50. Sometimes it would come at 4:55. The latest that bus had came to the campus to drop off my daughter was 5:10. I mean, come on. And they expect us to just be right there waiting on them, but yet they can leave that given campus at any time they want and arrive over here whenever they want. And we're supposed to just jump up. Well, maybe we wouldn't have to supply our own kids with cell phones if they would be at their destination at the given time. And we wouldn't have to be worried, and we would already keep it as a daily appointment to be there. But yet they want to have us waiting, and they have excuses, but yet we cannot have an excuse because, oh, you cannot have excuses because your child is coming out of school. And like, I don't have an excuse. You don't have an excuse to be late. I mean, plain and simple. And I just don't like it like that. And I know some people don't like it, or they're probably gonna disagree with me on this or whatever. But like the saying says, I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. This is exactly how I feel. This is my opinion about school supplies, about cell phones, about kids stealing in school, and schools don't do nothing about it. I mean, it's just bad. It's bad. And all they say is it's considered school property. School property. I wouldn't mind if they considered it school property. If coming June, they gave me a voucher of how much money I had to go spend to go buy my kids that school supplies and just take it to them. Then they can call it school property because they provided a voucher for me to purchase that school supplies. But there is no way I am gonna accept them to just throw you a list, expect you to buy all this stuff, then you take it for them to say it is school property. It does not belong to you. It is school property. When you pay for it, you tell me your tears. Because if that's the case, then I'm just gonna go into any school and grab those teachers' cell phones because I'm just gonna say, hey, it is my phone. Why? Because I didn't pay for it. It must be mine, right? But they always try to put everything on their side, and it just aggravates me because they just really don't understand how us as parents go out of our way for our kids, and they just treat it like it's not nothing, nothing at all. And I just think it's silly. So hopefully this gets out one day. Hopefully somebody from a school district somewhere out there will hear this video and look at it. And I don't know, even if they see the whole video or not, they might laugh at me or whatever. But I mean, at least I know I'm being honest and I gave it a shot. Because I would think that the only people that wouldn't care about how hard it is for a parent to buy stuff for her own kids and then have the school district just take it away, it's ugly. It would have to only be someone who obviously just doesn't have any kids. Because if you have kids and you work to support your kids, you know how much it hurts for them to just come and take it away. And you're buying your kids the good stuff. And then they give them that. I mean, imagine how other people would feel. Imagine you go to the store and you're purchasing your Jordan shoes. You arrive at school, they take away your Jordan shoes, and they send you back home in Skechers. I mean, or some cheap shoe. I don't know. I don't. I mean, Skechers is not. I'm not trying to put it down. It's good shoes too, but what I'm trying to say is the price from a Skechers pair of shoes does not compare to a price of a pair of Jordans, and that's the same thing that I'm trying to say. It's it's just not right. Sorry, y'all had to hurt my rant. Well, not really, because that's why I'm letting it out there, so y'all could hear and Maybe it just takes more than one person to stand up and say what it is, because I've already done it and they just don't want to hear it where I go. So hopefully this video does spread out for the good of all parents that wish for the same thing I do. Bye, Deborah, at San Antonio, Texas.